Chenault beat last year's champion Jarrett King. They come into the tram lines. The flagman has the green flag in the air. We are off and racing. Into turn number 1 we go. Chenault and King safely through. Everybody else following behind. All 15 drivers successfully make it through the opening complex. And now, Chenault holding off Jarrett King. In qualifying is one thing, the 15 minutes of race action is quite another. Already the top 2 pulling clear of everybody else who are side by side through turns 7 and 8. Jarrett King giving Caleb Chenault a little bit of a bump draft down the main straight into turn number 1. Oh, Jarrett King runs a little bit wide. Through turn number 1, Caleb Chenault hangs on at the short straight. Towards turn number 4 we go. Now Jarrett King gets to the inside. The reigning champion takes the lead, runs wide on corner exit. Side by side now through turn number 4. King holds on. Caleb Chenault follows Jarrett King into turn number 6. Then that hard double left at 7 and 8. Let the cart float out towards the outside barriers. Through the straight, yellow flags waving down at turn number 1. Somebody has spun. It's Nathaniel Hinds. Nathaniel Hinds off of the track, hands in the air, and waiting to get back onto the track. Corey Otternes passes him. Corey, who's golden retriever, Nakar, I think it's Nakar is his name, is watching from the tail lift of one of the rental vehicles that Formula KFX has used to transport the carts from their base in Marina, California, down here to Santa Maria. Now Jarrett King, who runs the junior race academies for Formula KFX, which I was honoured enough to help out with yesterday, doing some driver coaching. Jarrett King showing, yep, this is why I do the driver coaching. Oh, Nathaniel Hinds is coming into pit lane, and that seems to be a kart issue, and Josh Veloz goes to have a look and looks down. Obviously maybe mechanical issue with that kart. And Josh seems to be happy that Nathaniel can get into the spare kart and continue, although he will be a long way back from the rest of the field. Now up at the front, Caleb Chenault is closed back in on Jarrett King. Jarrett King, might I remind you, 4th 3 years in succession in the Kart Sport Grand Nationals. 3rd in the US Indoor Kart Championships on 2 occasions. 9th in the Indoor Kart World Championship out of 150 drivers in 2019. The leading American. He set up his own kart track and kart school in Baltimore, Maryland. And he will lead the Team USA charge at Silverstone in 2 weeks' time. But he has been given a proper workout by Caleb Chenault at the moment. Caleb Chenault through turn number 3, up the short chute within 2 kart lengths. Hard on the brakes into turn number 4. Chenault gets a nice run out of that first 180-degree left-hander into the right-hander at turn 5. Looks behind him, does Jarrett King, sees that Chenault isn't going anywhere. Behind him, Conor Vickers, 3 seconds back in third. Then there is a battle for fourth place between Fernando Rueda and Denis Shakovsky. They are just behind Conor Vickers. In fact, it's a 3-cart battle for third, fourth and fifth. Then a big gap back to Thomas Wilson in sixth, Brian Schreiber, Jason Holloway, Han Zhang Wang and Edmundo Quesada. There's your top 10, and at Trevor Tsai, Jay Curl, Cody Greeley, Corey Otternes and Nathaniel Hinds. Nathaniel Hinds in a replacement cart getting out of the way. He's already 3 laps down. 9.5 minutes to go for Nathaniel. This is now going to be an extended test session. 42.141, new fastest lap of the race for Jarrett King, who extends his advantage over Caleb Chenault. Jarrett King, well over 6 foot tall, a long, lanky figure in that cart, sitting bolt upright. Not the best aerodynamic position, but doesn't need to be. Caleb Chenault, a lot shorter, hunkered down behind the seat, trying to create better aerodynamic efficiency as he continues his pursuit. Meanwhile, Vickers holding off Rueda and Shakovsky through turns 7 and 8. Rueda, P4, white race suit, chasing the red and black suit of Conor Vickers. Yellow flag again. So that's Corey Otternes has spun at turn number 1. Otternes gets going again. He was 14th, he remains 14th, but he has now been lapped by the field. And Jarrett King continues to edge away from Caleb Chenault through turns 7 and 8. Looks over his shoulder as he comes through turn number 9. Doesn't bother trying to get his head down behind the cart. Just stays focused on looking at his next braking point, his next turning point, the next apex, the next acceleration point, the next corner exit marker that he has to try and hit. And the gap grows to 1.2 seconds. Further back, Vickers has now been passed by Denis Shakovsky. So Shakovsky has gone from 5th to 3rd. Shakovsky with a matte black crash helmet, GoPro mount, atop it, grey and black race suit. The Russian driver coming out of turn number 9 very shortly. Oh, this has been a fantastic lap from Jarrett King. He pulls another 0.6 of a second on Caleb Chenault. Brian Schreiber crossed the line. I was joking about some of Brian's achievements. His racing biography was somewhat tongue-in-cheek. One thing that is true on Brian Schreiber's biography is that he is an international best-selling author. He hit the international best-selling top 10 in 9 countries across 32 different categories of book, as he wrote about his experiences trying to do an Ironman triathlon, which is a story within itself. Well, it is a story, it's an international best-selling story. So look up Brian Schreiber on Amazon and buy his book. So all the jokey stuff that I was talking about Brian earlier, running a 3-minute mile when he was 7, and being an international deity. Well, he's not a deity, he's an international bestseller author. 6 minutes to go. Jarrett King's lead is now 2 seconds. Schreiber runs 7th, although he's just set his fastest lap, his personal best lap, as he tries to chase down Thomas Wilson. The best battle on circuit, well, the scrap for 3rd, 4th and 5th has dissipated slightly now. So I'm looking down, the best battle overall, it's between Jay Curl and Trevor Tsai. Jay Curl, Trevor Tsai in 11th and 12th places. They're coming up to lap Nathaniel Hinds Hinson has now set a personal best lap as well. And there's Travis Sy passing Jarrett Curl for what is 11th place as Jarrett King completes lap number 14. It's been a valiant effort from Caleb Chenault. It looks like he will have to make do with second position in this particular race, although this is just the pre-final. Nobody gets given any trophies until the final itself. And now, into turn number 4, there goes Fernando Rueda, passing Connor Vickers for P4. And still the wind absolutely buffets the entire facility here in Santa Maria, although the dust cloud, which was being kicked up by several farmers just to the north of the circuit ploughing the arable landscape, that has subsided ever so slightly. You can actually see the polythene tents that house unnamed vegetables and fruits that this region is known for producing. Not quite sure what is under the polythene tunnels, whether it's grapes for wine, garlic, because this is a huge garlic growing region, or some other Californian delectation. And although the battle of the lead is over, the battle for second place is not over. Denis Shakovsky closing in on Caleb Chenault. Is Caleb Chenault now beginning to feel a little bit fatigued, I wonder? Shakovsky is caught him hand over fist as they come into turn number 6. Shakovsky is right there. Chenault turns left into turn number 7. Left again to the tight apex at turn number 8. Lets the car float out on corner exit through turn number 9. Shakovsky's in his wheel tracks down the main straight across the start finish line into turn number 1. Hard, fast left-hander. Then they flick right through turn 2. They flick left again through turn 3. Up the straight, running perpendicular to the start finish straight in the opposite direction. Now into turn number 4. This battle is not over, not by a long shot. Jarrett King now having to negotiate lapped traffic. And that was Cody Greeley almost getting in the way of the race leader. Jarrett King would have lost a little bit of time there, and he gesticulates to Cody Greeley saying, I'm not happy with that. Here comes the battle of the second. Chenault still being chased by Shakovsky into turn number 1. Jarrett King maintaining a 4-second advantage over the battle of the second place, which now heads out of the straight towards turn number 4. They have got Cody Greeley about 10 kart lengths in front of them. Greeley, black race suit, luminous yellow, bright yellow crash helmet. Yellow flag waving at turn number 1. Somebody goes for a brief spin further down the order. Couldn't see who that was. Here's the battle. Now the second and third place battle cross the start finish line, head towards turn number 1. They are going to catch Cody Greeley just after the turn 2-3 complex. Caleb Chenault now needs to make his move. He needs to pass the slower kart. He does, to the inside, going up the straight towards turn number 4. Shakovsky follows him through. No advantage gains. Here comes Shakovsky to the inside at turn number 5. New second place driver, Denis Shakovsky. And here comes Chenault now back to the inside, going into turn number 6, but no. Shakovsky slams the door shut, and they make their way single file through the left-handers, past the corrugated iron shipping container outbuildings here at Santa Maria that house the tech building, house some kart garages, and house the rest of the equipment used to maintain this facility. They are wind blasted just like the rest of us. A couple of hardy spectators stand on the Harris fencing on the outside of the barriers at turn number 9, and they watch the battle cross the line. between Trevor Tsai and Nathaniel Hinds, although that's a battle that is a couple of laps apart. Corey Ottenes has just set his best time. 45, white flag in the air. Jarrett King does a 41.878 lap to stamp his authority on proceedings. Tchaikovsky is clear now of Caleb Chenault in second position, but still it'll give you a fantastic third place for Chenault. Then neck and neck for fourth, it's Fernando Rueda and Connor Vickers. Rueda in the all-white race suit, Vickers in the black and red. Out of turn number 5 they go, up towards turn number 6. But in front of them, a long way in front of them, Jarrett King will take the victory. Tchaikovsky second, Chenault is third. King wins by 4.5 seconds, and on the line, side by side, a drag race. Connor Vickers just beats Fernando Rueda with Thomas Wilson, Hanxing Ren, Brian Schreiber, Jason Holloway and Edmundo Quesada completing the top 10. Trevor Tsai, Jay Curl, Cody Greeley, Corey Ottenes and Nathaniel Hinds complete your list.